Hey guys, well, welcome. We are on hour 3 of our Healthy to the Core kickoff day. We just have so many stories to share. We had an awesome 2015 that we couldn't lump it all into even just one call. So I have some great just people that on the call today. I'm so excited just for you guys to hear kind of what's transformed in their lives over the last year, couple years, and kind of what's next for them in 2016. And we just hope to just inspire you guys all to take the next steps in your health. But I want to introduce myself. My name is Susan LaBelle. I'm a certified health coach. And the girl on the left, I almost feel like I don't know her anymore, but that was me 6 years ago. And gosh, I found myself in a place I think I never thought I'd be, but I had a 1 and a 3-year-old and saw myself going down a path that I experienced as a child with parents that weren't always as healthy as they could be. So we didn't get to do things like bike rides or swimming or skiing or anything like that. I had an amazing family. We just didn't do the activities. And I used to watch other families doing that and thought, that's the type of mom I want to be, and that's what I desire. And I saw myself going down that same path. And so I made the decision to choose health really for my family. And the girl in the middle is where I was 10 weeks later. I was able to lose 35 pounds. But what I didn't really know was really what my health journey was really going to look like, and how we're always moving forward in our journey. And it's kind of like the laundry. Our health is never done. So we're just taking those next steps every single day. But this is really why I chose to get healthy. Yes, I wanted it for myself. Sure, I wanted to be able to maybe wear a bikini again someday. But in reality, I had, man I loved very much, kids that I loved very much. And I wanted to really be a role model for them. I knew they were going to do what I said, do what I do, not what I say. So they were going to model after what we chose. And we really did desire that. And I actually chose to take the path of healthcare. I was working in the field as a dental hygienist at the time when I chose to get healthy. And what I realized with me experiencing the program was, oh, wow, I'm not helping people get healthy just by cleaning their teeth. Like, my health coach really assisted me to really create overall health. And I saw that I wanted to be able to inspire and help people. And I was able to create some real meaning and purpose in my life that was very much lacking at the time. And it was something I was able to do in and around my kids. They fast forward to now, I'm able to be home with them. And I get to be a health coach too. And but I don't have to miss the things that are important to them. So I've really been able to focus my life around what matters most. My husband's joined me. He got healthy too. He actually was an engineer and said, I like people too. I think I'd like to join you. So we're full-time parents, full-time, but really a part-time schedule, health coaches. And we've just been able to assist a lot of people along the way and just focus our life around what matters most. So I'm really excited because what we did this holiday season was pretty incredible. It's been the best year yet of just the lives that have really transformed. We had a Thriving Through the Holidays health games. And we just kind of said, hey, who wants to, take their health to the next level over the holidays, right? Kind of crazy idea. And the lives that were changed, and people making, really, especially in the healthy mind aspect of how we approach, holidays and our culture and that season, just was so inspiring and phenomenal that we're excited to launch a new kind of challenge here on January 11th. I'll give you more info at the end of the call. It's my little teaser for you. But we really want to, we want to just make a call out to, is this your year? And do you want to join us and really make changes in your health into this next season? So wanted to just invite some people on to share the transformations that happened in this last year. In fact, the first person I have coming on, Josh, her husband Josh wasn't able to be on with us today, but the two of them together have had phenomenal transformation in their health in just a few short months. And honestly, through the holidays, right? That's so inspiring. And what I love is that being a mom myself, like I said, I wanted to inspire, but the people I wanted to inspire the most were my children. So I love that picture, of their son and him. They chose health, and look at how it trickles down to the people that we love the most. So Jody, are you there? Can you unmute yourself and share with us just what has transformed in your health over these last few months and what you're excited about for 2016. Are you there? I think you just have you have to unmute yourself. Maybe able to do it from here.
There. Now can you hear me?
I can. Hey, girl.
Hey.
So share with us, like, what has this been like for you guys?
Okay. So when my husband and I got married, we call it fat and happy. We just kind of got in our cocoon and we watched movies and I baked cake and we were fat and happy. And then that pretty quickly turned into sick and tired and unhealthy. And, we'd never been people who were in shape. And so that was never a goal for us. But having a family changed that. We really, truly want to be a healthy family. We were in a position last year where my son wanted to learn how to ride his bike, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't run behind his bike for 2 hours and help him learn how. And it was sad for us. It was sad that we were holding our children back. We were thinking, well, maybe he doesn't need to learn how to ride a bike. And then it hit me like, this is not the life we want to live. And so when we really looked at our health, we knew we needed to make a big change. We just knew it. We knew that this was not how we wanted to raise our children, how we wanted to live our lives. We wanted family time to be riding bikes and going for hikes and having fun and not watching movies and eating, which is what it had become. And so Josh was doing a program and doing awesome, and had changed his life, and it really inspired Josh. And so Josh started first, and he started in August, and he's lost 70 pounds. He has inspired me and so many other people. He is off of his diabetic medication, off of his blood pressure medication. He's an amazing husband, an amazing father, and actively living this life that we wanted to live together. And so I began, and a few weeks after he did, I've lost nearly 60 pounds, and my kid is riding a bike, and we got new bikes for Christmas, and we are excited. My wedding ring that I had to get cut off because it was too small, now is in the shop being resized because it's too big. We changed our family, and it's amazing. We coach the basketball team for our 4-year-old. We coach the football team for our 9-year-old, and we're all healthier, and it's changed our lives. It's changed our marriage. It's changed our family dynamic, and it's changed who we are. We really just changed the mindset of dieting of, oh, we can't have that, to, oh, we don't eat that because we've chosen to live a healthy life. And our kids are choosing it too because they see the difference. They're old enough to know that when you're healthier, you're happier. And it's just changed our lives. And we are so grateful for this program and what it's done for us, and how we're able to pay it forward to other people who want to be healthy and want to be happy.
Yeah, I love that. I never thought about that, riding a bike, like teaching your kids. That's like it's so little but so profound and big. I mean, it's what we take for granted. Those that haven't, we don't realize, until your health is gone, what you miss out on. I love it. So together, let me do the math. It's not my best subject. 130 pounds in 5 months between the two of you.
Yep. Plus
wow. And so what are you excited about in 2016? Like for yourself, like where do you want to take your health this next year?
Well, we really are just super focused on meeting our goal weight. I still have quite a ways to go. And the more I see results from what I'm doing, the lower and lower my goal weight gets. Because I was like, oh, I'd be really happy at this weight. But the better I feel, the healthier I am, the healthier I want to be. So my goal keeps getting bigger and bigger, but I do keep getting closer and closer to it. So, and we're both that way. We both just want to be as healthy as possible. And now that we really see what we can accomplish individually as a couple, as a family, we really just want to be so healthy and inspire other people to be healthy with us, but especially our children.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm like, this is my sixth holiday season. So knowing what you guys have been able to accomplish in a short amount of time and the people you're already inspiring around you, you know what? Cheers to a happy new year. I see that like coming for your family, and I'm really excited about it. So thank you. Thank you, Jody. Awesome. Awesome. All right, moving on to another amazing mama and woman. Haley, again, 2015 was kind of her year, and where she just made the decision to start choosing health for herself and her family. So Haley, are you there? Just share your story with all of us.
All right, thank you, Susan. Well, I get really emotional sharing my story just because I can't believe how far I've come, and I look at that person on the left and I'm just like, wow, I can't even believe that was me. I was lost. I was depressed. I had no energy. I was not the mom that my kids deserved. And for me, I actually tried this program 2 times. The first time, my husband and I were stationed over in Germany, and I did not have the right mindset. 1, I didn't have the right mindset. 2, I did not plug in to this amazing community that we have. And so it failed for me. It didn't work. And fast forward to time we were PCSing, that's moving, for those of you that don't know, we were moving to California, and I can remember just being so embarrassed to see my family and let them see what I had become over the 4 years that we were overseas and gone. So we got to California, and I kept telling myself I need to do something. I need to call my cousin Lisa. But again, I was embarrassed because I had failed the first time. But she gave me nothing but love and grace, and we got back on track. But this time my husband joined in with me, and he's lost 40 pounds, and I've lost 70 pounds, and I just had to pay it forward. I could not share this with anyone because this program has completely changed our lives in so many ways, and we are just so thankful for it. So.
Awesome. You know what, just because I've had the pleasure of getting to know you and Matt personally, I know this go around too, because we've shared about what was the difference. Same program, but and same offering, but you're plugged into the support that we offer. And I think you've really taken the educational side of it and really learned what this is going to look like long term. It's not just a diet for you. I've seen you kind of rewire the brain, like everything kind of, different things are shooting and firing there. But you also chose to pay it forward from the get-go because the accountability piece was really, really big for you. So I'm just curious, like, what does 2016 look like for you? What are you excited to create in your health this upcoming year?
Well, I want to lose another 20 pounds. I'm going to do that easy. But what I'm really excited about is just sharing this with so many more people. I get so excited. I can't even hold it in. It's just like the most amazing thing. And I don't want one person to not hear about this because our program is truly for everyone.
Yeah.
I'm just excited. I'm on fire.
Yeah, no, I know. It's awesome. It is so, because there's a lot of people that feel no hope. And I think everybody on this call, we've all been there. So when you it's like when you read a really good book or you eat at a really great restaurant, you're like, I gotta share with people. So that's why we're pretty bold and different stories speak to different people. So thank you guys thank you, Haley. Love your story. I'm so excited for your family and just what you guys are creating. So, I think what kind of sets us sometimes apart or what I feel has really been different from myself and my own journey. And also if you heard from Haley and Jody, is just a really clear why of why they wanted to choose health. And I think that's the starting point for all of us is like, what do you want, and why do you want to be healthy? Because then the what and the how become pretty simple. Like once we've really made the decision of what we want to, why we really want to choose that for ourselves. And so it really is about you. So I know you're on the call, maybe kind of exploring for yourself, maybe someone that you love. Maybe you're just looking to come and be inspired. And that's really what our deepest desire is today, is just to really encourage you guys to make 2016 your year, to not give up on yourself, that you're worth it, to not give up on your dreams, and really just start to kind of, as you're listening today, just start jotting down things of where you want to be, because we all have dreams deep down inside of us, and somewhere along the line we go, it's not possible. But it's just taking those next steps. And so if health is part of your goal for 2016, we'd love for you I just want to give you an overview of what our offering is and see if it may be a fit for you or someone you love. So we do have a great health plan, okay? It does include weight loss, because you heard the staggering results of, the Haley and Matt and Josh and Jody. But, not everyone joins us for weight loss. That there's a lot of thin people out there that aren't healthy. And really, we're about creating health. And losing weight is really just phase 2 of our 6-phase approach of really optimizing people's health and moving them forward. So I want to kind of share what the pieces are that we offer, that we really move people to that, optimal health. So what is optimal health? Well, it's kind of different for all of us. We all want something different. Again, we all have a different reason why, and something that pulls us towards that. And it's not just one piece. It's not one component. I can't say, it's just doing this, or it's just doing this. It's not exercise. It's not what we eat. It's a comprehensive. Part of it is the healthy mind. In fact, I feel that sometimes the biggest piece is really we pick up where most diets leave off, and really work on that healthy mind and rewiring our brain. The coaching and the accountability aspect, having that one-on-one support. And then we have very great simplified nutrition plans that work, for lack of a better word. So just like the 3 legs of health, we have 3 legs of support: our education, support through a health coach, and our structured eating plan. So let me kind of walk you through what those look like. First is the support. You heard them both kind of mention their health coach, somebody that was kind of their ally on this journey. You also heard that their spouse joined them, which my husband didn't join necessarily right away, but my mom started with me, and I had a friend from work that was starting with me. So I had kind of created a little micro environment of support too. And then I plugged into what the community of Take Shape for Life offered. We've got calls such as this that are inspiring. We also have, habits of health. One of my favorite ways we support people is through our own just personal client support groups just on Facebook, because they're fun. They're a way to engage with people on the same journey. So, and for us to cheer, we all like to be cheerleaders to others too, for us to cheer people on. And then if we have access to nutritionists, dietitians, personal trainers. I mean, we've got a whole corporate backing that we can, if there's specific questions about your own journey, that we have access to. So, we can provide that for you if there's, certain specific questions about your own journey. So the second part is the education. And this is not about weight loss, you guys. This is about creating health in your life, and really about establishing the core habits of health that we do day in and day out. Like I said, just like the laundry, right? Things we have to focus on day in and day out. And if we start replacing more good habits from our bad habits, right? Exchanging those out, we create different habit loops. We start creating a healthier you. And it's, there's never, you can choose that at any age, at any time. And it's just so Dr. Anderson, he's the co-founder, medical director of Take Shape for Life. He really established our Habits of Health system, which, is a very comprehensive approach to those core habits of healthy hydration, healthy sleep, reducing stress, healthy motion. It's not gimmicky, you guys. It's the stuff sometimes we all know what to do, but maybe we aren't doing it. And then we need, simplified approach with the support of a community and of a one-on-one ally for us to really start implementing it to take those next steps here in 2016. I think the thing that draws people in the most, though, is our simplified program, because we're really about fueling our bodies 6 times a day. And we have nutritional programs that are going to fit any person's lifestyle or desires. I find that many people are drawn to the 5-in-1 program, being that it produces the 2 to 5 pounds of fat loss a week and 1 to 2 pounds thereafter. And it puts us into what we call a fat burning state, where our energy is really high, our hunger and our cravings are really low. And it's really simple to follow, and it just yields the most fat loss results. So if weight loss is your primary goal, you'll want to consult with the person that invited you, and that may be the best fit for you. And it's just so simple to follow. And like, I've yet to have someone it just doesn't work for if the program's followed the way it's written out. But some of us come to this going, I want to increase my health. Weight loss isn't my primary goal. I'm training for this, or I've got exercise goals. We've got 3-in-3 programs to help supplement and support you in your health goals, and we have nutrition programs we can look at. But either way, you're fueling 6 times a day. And what we would want to do is discuss your goals, why you want to choose health, and really determine the best nutrition program for you. So it's all very balanced. Really what we promote is just long-term health and balance, community support. And then last but not least is lots of that beauty juice at the bottom there, that water. Healthy hydration, water is a key component to overall health. And so if you can eat 6 times a day, and if you need help with eating 6 times a day, that's why we have our simplified meal replacements, where you can do supplement for 5 of them. We'll teach you how to cook 1 healthy lean and green meal, lots of water. You're going to have great results and feel great into the new year. And honestly, it's super cost neutral. I find that most people end up saying they save money, but it's usually, to get started, about $10 a day. So, to be on our full 5-in-1. If you're choosing a different nutritional plan, it's usually less than that. So pretty simple to get started, and very easy to have all the healthy foods right at your fingertips. So if you're a visual person like myself, here are some of our most popular programs that people will choose. So essentially, this is what you get. I can't even believe I could put it all on one slide, because it's hard to explain all in one place. But it's the education, it's your health coach, the community of support, all the working pieces of being able to create health in your life. And then the outcome is whatever is most important to you, for you to be, your healthiest you, and be moving forward in your health. Like I said, I lost my weight 6 years ago, you guys. My goals aren't around weight loss. My health is not focused on weight loss. It is about being able to continually move forward and be my best self. And for me, it's still very much about the, healthy, like spiritually healthy, community and giving back, and those sorts of things has really been my focus. So I'm excited to share, gosh, these two become like family to us. And they're some dear friends of ours, but what do I say about these guys without getting teary here? From the beginning, they saw the desire of their community to change their community. And that's pretty powerful when someone realizes, gosh, the impact that they can have and the lives that they can change. In fact, they've assisted the Whites, and they've assisted Haley on their, you heard them mentioned. So they're just incredibly inspiring. Yes, they have a health journey, but I think that they really see our full offering and are not only really embracing it for themselves, but they're offering it to just hundreds of people. So Lisa and Gary, would you be willing to come up and share your story? And I'm excited how you really have impacted your town that you guys are from.
Oh my gosh. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, how exciting. I love hearing that. I've been listening to the last few calls prior to this, and I've had a tissue close by, because it's not all about losing weight. And I love the stories of how not just their life, but their families' lives are transformed. Jody with her son riding a bike. Haley's daughters also lost weight. So you're setting examples for that. I love it. How I got started 2.5 years ago, I had got home from Cabo San Lucas, and I was at an all-inclusive for 5 days with my best friend, and we got back, and I remember before going to Cabo that you can see that one picture of me there with the drink in my hand. I remember having to go buy new clothes to go to Cabo, and we go to Cabo 2 or 3 times a year, so I have my little stash. But I had to buy new clothes that year to go because I went and bought just stretchy black shorts and big tops, like the top I had there. I looked pregnant in my eyes. And how that happened was just over years of going out to eat. And, people being in real estate for 25 years, it was part of the job. I said I got heavy with the tax write-off because every time I went to lunch, coffee, or happy hour, it was with clients and I could write it off. But 2.5 years ago when I got back from my trip, I got a text from one of my girlfriends and she said, hey, we're going to do this plan. We know a whole bunch of, and we live in Klamath Falls, Southern Oregon. And she said, a lot of people in Portland are doing this plan and they're losing weight. And I said, yes. I seriously, I didn't even know what the plan was. So I said, yes, I'm in. She said, okay, here's my website, go on and order something. And I said, okay. So I went on and I ordered something. I didn't even know what I ordered, what I was getting. It showed up. And the ironic thing is probably 5 years prior to that, I had ordered the same kind of box from someone else a long time ago. And it was timing. I didn't have support. I didn't plug in. Like Haley said, that's the key, is plugging in to a team. And I didn't. And I think after a week, I just threw it all away. This time I had the support of my 4 friends. We all started together. They asked me what I wanted to do. I said, I'd be happy if I lost 20 pounds. Because really, I would have been happy if I lost 20 pounds because I tried everything and nothing else worked. Or it worked for a short term and it came back. So lost 60 pounds. My husband's lost 35, so 95 between us. And the thing I love is once I became a coach, because I felt so good that I wanted to help everyone else I knew. And just like my friend that sent me a text, I was forever thankful because she changed the health of our family. And I knew Haley because she was my husband's cousin, but Jody, I never knew Jody before. Jody was one of my clients. Carl, who had lost 95 pounds, was friends with them. So through this, we've became great friends. And I love that part, is all the people you meet doing this. And just between just the 3 of us that just spoke today, that's 335 pounds, plus not counting how much weight your kids have lost, or Shane and Susan involved in that. So that I love. I love that now, if someone calls and wants to go to lunch, I can go to lunch, but I make a healthy choice with it. I save money because I used to spend $12 a day just getting coffee and lunch. So when you look at that, not only did I save money, lose weight, helping other people, I just can't say enough about this program, the support. Shane and Susan have become really good friends. You know, when you talk to someone daily about your goals and that, it makes a difference. So I just, I want to consider this my text to all of you that aren't on plan, that are thinking about it. Just like my friend sent me, hey, this works. Everyone we know that's doing it, it works. So that's the kind of a little bit about us and the lives that are being changed. And it's exciting. So
yeah, you're humble, my friend, because we're talking hundreds of people, your whole community. We're talking like thousands of, we want to talk in terms of pounds, but that's not how we equate anything. But just the lives in your community has changed. And thank you for sharing. Lisa shared before this call. She's like, and hate's a strong word, but she's like, I hate public speaking, but you're so good one-on-one, but this is out of your comfort zone. And so just thank you for sharing. And really for her heart's always been for impacting the families and paying it forward, because essentially that's kind of what we do. And this is how it works. So the reason Jody and Haley's lives have been transformed is because they trusted someone. They either knew Lisa or they trusted someone that knew Lisa. And then Lisa knew people that knew myself. And so that's just how we're going to really change the health of America, is people trust real people. So this girl on the upper left, that's my dear friend, Jessica Johns. She was a nurse. She didn't necessarily see herself needing to increase her health initially. She saw me changing people's lives in our same circle of influence. And she's like, I want to do what you're doing. That looks a lot of fun. Like, and so we partnered, and she went home to her, to Montana, where she had friends and family, and she knew Lacey and Casey, and she shared with them, who shared with Amber, who was friends with them, who shared with her aunt and uncle, Jeannie and Guy, who shared with their daughter. And then what's crazy is I look at that wedding picture on the lower left, and I'm like, I didn't even know, I wouldn't have known her ever, right? And to help her be beautiful on her special day. But I knew Jessica. And because Jessica shared and she inspired and someone else shared and inspired, that's what we do. And that's our Pay It Forward program. So the people on this call, they've all shared like, I just want to inspire other people. Well, first we choose health for ourselves, and it's kind of the natural progression. And you have kind of two options. You can refer back to your coach, because our desire is always to help those people that are looking for us, that want to create health in their life. Or you can choose to coach your friends and family, because many times they want to work with the person that they're in relationship with, that they know the most. So what that has looked like for our family when I fast forward 6 years is I've been able to just really focus my life around what matters most. I put travel first. That might not be my top one, but we wanted to travel, and we weren't going anywhere because we couldn't afford to go anywhere. So this was us in Hawaii, and taking our kids back to, there, and we've been able to go to, many different places around the world. And service, that's a big one for me. This was me coaching my kids' soccer team, and we've been able to, coach and be involved in Cub Scouts and soccer and be involved in the classrooms. And I was working when I started this, I was having to work outside the home. So I wasn't going to be able to serve my kids in the way that I desired. And then leadership opportunities, I've always kind of deep down wanted to be able to whether it's speak or just inspire and influence. There's an opportunity for that. And then personal growth and development, which is huge. The freedom it's allowed us. This is my husband and I at my son's field trip. He looks a little like not super excited, but hey, we were both on his field trip last year, and we had a lot of parents asking us, how are you both here? Like, it's just unusual. We just don't see it, and we really get to focus our life around what matters most. And then our health and our family, and last of all, fun. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't fun, because that's just kind of something that's really important to me. But we have a great group of people, like say, plug into the community, come have fun with us as we kind of launch into this next season. So it's 2016 year, to choose health. And who's counting on you to be your healthiest? Because as you choose it, whether you choose to pay it, whatever part of the Pay It Forward program you embrace, people are going to be inspired by you choosing health. And then I love this picture on the bottom. Just as a kid, where we had dreams and we had goals, and it's really, is this the year that you're, going to start living the life that you imagine? Because you know what, you're worth it. And you may not believe it for yourself, but let us believe for you until you believe for yourself that you are worth it, to take care of ourselves and to really go after what's important to us, and also to focus our life around what matters most. And if this is a vehicle to be able to help you create that, we would love to partner with you and help you create what's important to you. And so to thank you for joining us today on your Sunday, we just want to, say, first of all, excited for the new year. We have a special gift for those of you that are excited about, what you heard today and want to join and really embrace our full offering. So if you choose to get started with us today, we will get you started, and we're going to offer $25 just today to get started with one of our nutritional programs. What's cool about that is that you will definitely have everything you need to be ready to go for our Healthy to the Core games. It starts January 11th, which is a week from tomorrow. Where the invite will be out tonight, and all your friends and family are invited. This is for everybody. You can choose whatever program you really want for yourself. I mean, we would love, but we want to start to just show the community and the support and offer that to everyone. And really what we're focusing on this is the core habits of health, right out of the habits of health system. that has really been laid out to us, our educational system, and just over 5 weeks, really start to just make those fundamentals as we move into a really happy new year. So we hope you join us for the Healthy to the Core Games. And if you would love to hear more and talk with someone about your personal goals and see which nutritional program is the best fit for you, please connect to the person that invited you to this call. And we would love to hear your story, right, and highlight you on a call just as this in 2016. So with that, you guys, we have another call starting on the next hour with more stories. And thank you to all who shared today. Just really appreciate all of you. And everybody have a great Sunday.